what your body can do.
Hi, this is Jovanka from JovankaCiares.com, and as you can see today, I have a very fabulous guest. Her name is Grace Smith, and she is fantastic. She's actually a hypno coach, a musician, and a speaker, a motivational speaker. And she is here. I met her a few weeks ago, and I loved her energy, and I love the amazing work that she does. And I wanted to bring her here to talk a little bit about hypnosis and about all of that crazy, fabulous stuff that can help you actually get you out of your shell and make your dreams, your wildest dreams, come true. So welcome, Grace.
Thank you for having me, Jovanka.
Absolutely, thank you for being here.
Sure.
So as I said, Grace, you are a hypno coach.
Yes.
And you're also a fabulous performer, and we're going to talk about that later on, and we're also going to talk about some of your public speaking stuff.
Great.
But with respect to hypnosis,
Yeah.
I know in your website you say that you teach people to hypnotize themselves so that they can live the life of their dreams. Tell us a little bit about what hypnosis is.
Sure. That's a really great question. And the best way to describe what hypnosis is to start with what it isn't.
Okay, yes, we totally need that. Please help
Because
us.
there are just so many misunderstandings when it comes to the work that I do. So
Yeah.
part of my job is to just re-educate the population. It is not sleep. It is not mind control.
Okay.
You remember everything that happens during a hypnosis session.
Yes, you do.
You don't cluck like a chicken or sing like Beyonce unless you want to, okay?
Exactly.
So now that you know that, you can just push aside anything that you
Okay.
previously thought hypnosis was from the movies. No swinging watches, none of that. I call hypnosis meditation with a goal.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Meditation with a goal, that's all it is, so that when you want to change something in your life and it's programmed in you on the subconscious level and there is no other way to reach it, hypnosis is the conduit to go in, weed out all that junk and put in what you want instead.
That's beautiful. Now, I know that your story is very interesting because, like many of us,
Yeah.
you were a little skeptical about hypnosis.
Oh, not a little. I just thought it was a bunch of crap, seriously.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a lot of us are really interested and really kind of like fascinated by the whole thing, but a
Yeah.
little scared.
Sure.
And also a little bit like, what is this whole thing all about? Like, tell us
Totally.
your story. How did you get to where you are today?
Absolutely. So prior to becoming a hypnotherapist and then a hypno coach, I worked in corporate America. And you know very well.
We all did. Well,
And I was a highly analytical person, and I was really just pushing aside any creativity that I had. So even though I had enjoyed singing and performance as a young person, I literally just put it aside and went completely analytical and corporate. And there was a big hole in my life, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually I had this huge life-changing moment, and I found myself in the chair of a hypnotherapist. I had literally tried everything at that point, and I said, you know what? I'm at the end of my rope, and this guy comes highly recommended, so whatever. I have nothing else to lose.
exactly.
And that's how most people are when they come to see me. So I sat down in the chair, I was sweating, and I was nervous, and I was like, I'm gonna close my eyes with this strange man, like, my eyes, and you know, I don't know what to expect. And I didn't want to spend all that money and not know what was going to happen. So to make a very long story short, after 3 to 5 sessions, my life was completely changed. I didn't smoke anymore. My fear of singing in public went away. My fear of public speaking went away. I had boundless self-confidence that was rooted in a pure loving space, not a cocky space. Just so many different wounds had been healed. And then I got angry. And I felt like, why is this fringe? Why is this not the first thing people do?
Why aren't we all aware of it? Why aren't we practicing it all the time?
Exactly. Why didn't I do this first? It would have saved thousands of dollars and so many years of pain. So when I got angry, I got productive. And I got certified, and I just started helping people with hypnosis. So if you're afraid of it or worried about what it is, just educate yourself. Check out my website. I've got all the info you could possibly ever need.
And we will put her website right at the bottom of the video. tell us how someone can benefit from hypnosis. What's in it for us?
Sure. So under the age of 7 years old, you're pure subconscious.
Yes,
you are
I've
a
heard
little
that.
sponge.
Yes, it's so amazing.
You're on constant download from everything and everyone around
Pay
you.
attention to that for your kids, for your nieces and nephews, and your beautiful children in your life. This is really important.
Yes, very important. That's why children are also such great candidates for hypnosis, because they're already in it.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep on the back burner to think about. But because you're absorbing everything, and because you're so young, you don't have the opportunity to say, "Sorry, Mom, that bigotry is not within my worldview, and I choose to not accept that." Right? You don't do that. You just accept it. So then when you're 35 years old and you don't understand why you have this unsettling prejudice, this is something that comes up a lot with some of my clients. They have fears, they don't know where they're coming from. They have blockages, they don't know where they're coming from. They have prejudices, they don't know where they're coming from. And it doesn't have anything to do with their conscious desires. That's because they were programmed to be a certain way.
Okay.
So hypnosis puts you in a deeply relaxed, wonderfully beautiful state,
good.
which allows you to access that one area, the subconscious mind.
So you've also said that hypnosis allows you to take control, that our success is entirely up to us.
Yeah.
Are you saying that with hypnosis we can control our environment? We can control what happens to us?
Great question.
If so, how so?
If I could do that, I would charge a lot more money. But it's a great question. What I'm saying is you can control how you react to what happens to you.
Okay.
So we can't change anybody but ourselves.
It's very true.
But
very, very
so often we aren't even changing ourselves. We're pointing the finger at everybody else. And we're hoping that everyone else will change. And it's impossible.
So even those of us that are actually looking for change, in a subconscious way, we're actually expecting others to change.
Exactly. So in this way, you get to take control of your life. You get to take your power back because you're no longer subject to the whims of everyone and everything around you.
So it's almost like taking responsibility for your own life and your choices and your thought process and everything. Wow,
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Tell me, Grace, how is hypnosis different from, say, prayer or meditation or, I don't know, yoga or any of that stuff that lots of people, including some of our viewers, are actually familiar with?
Absolutely. Well, since it's basically just meditation with a goal, it feels exactly like meditation. It feels exactly like extremely deep meditation. So to that extent, if a fire truck went by outside, you would be aware of it in hypnosis. You will remember everything, and your mind will continue to think to a certain extent. If you have to go to a dinner party after my hypnosis session, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I have to pick up the cheese or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
So it feels a lot like that. In terms of yoga and prayer, I mean, it's all combined in there because you're saying for yourself, I no longer accept this programming. I'm going to recondition my mind, my life, my behaviors, and it does take constant repetition.
Yeah.
So you can change your life in 1 to 6 sessions. It's incredibly
that's
rapid.
Actually my next question. Like, do you actually need, is this something like where you find like your nirvana within a session or two, or some people may need a few months? Like, how does that work? Does it vary depending on the person and their situation?
It does. So the American Health Magazine recently did a study, and they found some really amazing results. After 600 psychotherapy sessions, clients received 38% recovery. After 33 behavioral therapy sessions, clients received 72% recovery. And after 6 hypnotherapy sessions, clients received 93% recovery.
Are you serious?
So that's how fast it is.
That's amazing.
Now, it's not magic. It's not a magic pill. It's not you come in for one session and your entire life has changed. But if you come in to quit smoking and you really want to quit smoking, you will quit smoking forever in 6 sessions or less.
Right.
So it's not necessarily that you find a nirvana because you need to be very specific.
Right.
So we're going to work on this for a number of sessions, then this, then this, and this. But you will absolutely, as long as you come for the number of sessions you need and you do your homework, you will 100% overcome what you need to overcome.
I can't wait. Now, we are going to do a little mini hypnosis. Like, Grace has agreed to do one on me.
Yes.
And we may end up like splitting this into 2 videos because it's maybe a little scary, especially for me. But before we go into the little mini hypnosis,
Yes.
I want to talk a little bit about what you're doing. I know that you're doing fabulous stuff. You have a practice in New York City.
Yeah.
You also are doing a lot of lectures and trying to pass on all the knowledge that you have to others because you want to get this message to the masses. You
I do.
want this to become, a matter of day-to-day stuff for most people.
Exactly.
So tell me a little bit about the work that you're doing
Sure.
with respect to hypnosis first, and then we'll talk a little bit about some of the other work that you do, because this woman is multi-talented. So we all need to know a little bit about a lot of this amazing stuff that she's doing.
You're amazing. Well, the crux of what I'm doing right now is individual sessions, and I'm working more and more to doing more group work. My practice is in Union Square in New York City. I also do phone and Skype sessions with clients all over the world. But something that I decided to do, and I began this about a month ago, is free live hypnosis sessions every single morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will give Jovanka the link to that. And I've done this because individual sessions need to cost a lot of money. For one reason, they change your life. And for another reason, our clients are healed so quickly, we have a constant revolving door of new people.
Exactly.
Not like 600 sessions are needed, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I don't think the barrier to entry for healing should be there.
Right.
I think everyone should be able to heal their lives.
Yes,
and so this
absolutely.
free hypnosis show is something that if you want to do hypnosis but you're not sure about it yet, or you want to do hypnosis and you're still saving for one-on-one sessions, there's no excuse not to take the free live class every morning. And then starting in the new year, no problem, I'll also be offering online courses, group courses, which will be cost effective, and I'll be able to work with everybody all over the world.
Fabulous, yes. So now, Grace, I know that you're also a fabulous performance artist, and you're a singer, and you also play an instrument. Tell me a little bit more
Guitar
about
and piano.
And you have here in her website. You can actually see some of her performances. So that's what you're working on the creative side a little bit, and you're
Yes.
still going strong with that.
Yeah, and I think that is so wildly important because that hole that was in my life that led me to
Yes.
hypnosis was so much because I wasn't feeding that creative part
Right.
of me. So yeah, I'm a recording artist and I'll be putting out a new album next year. And at some
Good
point,
to hear about this.
at some point these two worlds will merge and I'll be creating musical hypnosis recordings because songs are catchy. You remember them forever. You are hypnotizing yourself with those lyrics.
And music is so healing. It's so amazing. And I also know that you're a motivational speaker. And you said earlier something really poignant to me, because you said that you had a fear of performing, sitting in front of an audience.
Oh my God.
And hypnosis actually helped you do that.
I couldn't have done this.
Really?
This to me, I would have probably canceled and been sweating at home by myself.
No,
I mean,
no, don't do that. We all need you. We need your gift.
Right. So for years and years and years, I stopped myself from what I loved. It was so confusing to love music so much, but not be able to sing in front of people.
Right.
To hate something I loved so much is how I put it. And so luckily, because of hypnosis, I can now do something I love. And that's the thing. People are not progressing in their careers because they can't speak in front of their peers at their office.
Right.
They're not getting promotions they deserve. They're not excelling to the next level. And it doesn't have to happen.
Absolutely.
I mean, literally, it was undone in 3 sessions. A lifelong, terrifying, debilitating fear of public speaking and singing.
Can't wait for all of the amazing stuff that you're working on and to put your message out there and to help people out. And I'm going to be a little selfish here. She's going to help me out right now, and I want to do this in front of you so that you know that this is not hocus pocus stuff. So we're going to do this in 2 videos. So if you have any questions for Grace on this video, feel free to leave a comment. Share this video with at least 3 of your friends all over the internet, especially those that you know could benefit from this fabulous practice and from learning a little bit more about Grace. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you.
And for a jolt of motivation for your sexy, healthy, and beautiful life, sign up for the weekly jolt at JovankaCiares.com. See you next week. Get free detox, weight loss, healthy living tips, and inspirational messages galore when you subscribe to the Weekly Jolt. Just click the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.
Show me what your body can